Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. Okay, so it's Saturday lunchtime, November the 8th, I think it is. So I'm just taking a look at the price of Bitcoin versus the US dollar. I'm using the historical index chart here because that's got the most data. And I'm going to put on our indicator, which is called Quadzilla. Okay, so this week has been brilliant because on the 4-hour time frame, we got this rather beautiful little arrow there. Let me just show you. This one here. This is called the super up signal. And this means that the asset in question is very oversold and it's likely that the price will turn round. And this becomes particularly relevant when you see this band here, which we call the convergence band. When you see that go below this 20% line here. And especially when you see like a bit of space there. So everything was looking great, the bit of space, the band below the 20% line, the super up signal, and this green background here as well, which also means that the asset is very, very oversold at that point. And sure enough, from there we did go up. Now we did do a double bottom, we did come back down and do it all over again. And at that point, we didn't quite have the strong signal like we did back here. But you can see that the convergence band was pretty low, and from there we went up. Okay. Now what I was doing yesterday was I was doing loads of YouTube shorts where I was just sort of showing you what was happening with these yellow and green EMAs, exponential moving averages, and these are provided by Quadzilla. And by the way, I do like to add the 5 EMA, this one here. But by default, you will just have the 9, 21 and 55. And these are coloured cyan, yellow and green. Now this is the 4-hour time frame. So when they're in this order, cyan, yellow, green like that, that means we're in a downtrend. Okay, so overall, we've been in a downtrend on the 4-hour time frame since the 30th of October. Okay, it's been coming down. So we want to see that turn round really. And the way you see that is you start seeing it in the smaller time frames. So, for example, yesterday I was looking at the 30-minute time frame, and we did get this crossover here last night at about 7:30 UK time, which was a bullish sign. And after that, I was looking then at the 45-minute time frame, and we did indeed get a cross there as well, about an hour or so later. Now, at that point, I was looking at the 1-hour time frame. And when I made the last video, it was around about 9 o'clock, and this retracement level had just started to appear here. This is a retracement level drawn by Quadzilla, and normally with these, the price will come back to that retracement level, shoot under slightly, and then go up, if it's a green one like this is. And naturally, as you'd expect, that's exactly what it did. Now, the yellow and green EMAs didn't cross. Okay, so at the moment the price is just going sideways. Now if we zoom out quite a bit, you can see here there's this retracement line here right up at 109.753. Now below us on the 1-hour time frame, there's not much below us. Obviously if you look on a higher one, for example like the 4-hour, you will see levels like this one here at 95.4k, and this one here at 82.6k. Now if we zoom out to the daily time frame, you can see here that this convergence band did actually go below the 20% mark here, and it does look like it could be trying to turn around. So I think there's a reasonable chance we could see a bit more upside, but for now I'm going to be keeping my eye on the 1-hour time frame, and I am looking for this cross here. Now then, in true SWC style, I just turn my back for a minute and the price sort of dumps like, $400 or so. So it looks like that cross isn't going to happen at the moment. Now, another time frame that we often find useful is a 12-minute, actually, which is an unusual time frame, but it's really good for finding these retracement levels. And you can see here that what actually happened was we just completed the step 3 of this bearish retracement line here. So if I'd have been looking at the 12-minute, this wouldn't have been a surprise. In fact, if we look at the video that Maff made yesterday, he was talking about how he was using the 12-minute to get an idea of what was going to happen from when we were doing the live stream yesterday at lunchtime as it came up and hit these levels. Let's watch it.
Earlier on the live stream, we were looking at how the price of Bitcoin on the 12-minute chart might interact with these retracement levels coming up here. So at that stage, we were just about here. That was about just gone 1 o'clock UK time. As you can see, it pretty much has been playing out that way. So maybe the timeline wasn't quite in line. It's probably maybe a little bit extended, but the actual price movement seemed to have worked out. So if we move this replay back to pretty much where it began, which is maybe about there. So at this stage, we had this bullish retracement level in its step 3 already. So the idea was that this could well just smash its way up through that, come up here, interact with this level, maybe drop down a bit, come up a bit further, interact with this level, maybe drop down a bit, and then kind of come around. It might well interact with this liquidity area here and then work its way back up. It kind of does depend, given that this is a bearish retracement level, whether it's just going to retrace to there and then boom, drop down with a pop-up menu. Let's have a quick look through that. If we go, let's just do replay a bit quicker. So as you can see already, it's just literally has just smashed its way up through there, through that step 3. So that was pretty successful. Up past this retracement level as well. Drew in a new one, a new bullish retracement. So we'll see how that plays out. That could well turn out to be significant here. So if it gets up through there, maybe drops down to that level, then comes back up. I think this is nearly at the end of its thing, so I'll just let that play out. There you go. And that's where we currently are. As you can see, just touched that level. It's playing about a bit now. Just now, this latest candle was bullish, but it seems to have come back down again. There's obviously some activity going on here, some order activity. Just got sell orders that are just punishing anyone that comes up into this level. So we'll see. Oh, it's going again. It's going again. It's going to try and get through. So we'll see how that goes. I would suspect it'll maybe make its way up back to there and then carry on. That was it, really. Just a quick update on how these different steps are playing out.
Okay, so Maff posted that video when the price was like around here, just coming up to this bearish retracement here, which did complete its step 2, and then it also completed the step 3 and consequently came down since. Then we had this bullish retracement here where it went back up, hit this bearish one, came down a bit, went sideways for a bit, got another bearish one, came down here, completed that one. So now what we'd expect is for this one here to get completed. So it's telling us that the price is pretty much going to go sideways for a while. And indeed, if we look now on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that these EMAs look like they don't want to cross at the moment. So I think the forecast is a bit of sideways for the weekend. Although quite often we see a bit of pumpage on a Sunday. Now then, today obviously is Saturday and I've got a few things to do, so I'm not going to do a live stream. However, I am considering sort of doing a kind of like unmanned live stream, if you like, so you can see what's happening here on the 12-minute time frame with Quadzilla if you haven't got it. And then what I'll probably do is just pop into the chat occasionally and just sort of see how things are going, and maybe I'll just leave some sort of message up here saying what I'm looking out for. So maybe I could do something like just, put something like that there and then put an arrow pointing to that to give you an idea of what's going on. I don't know. Do you think that'd be a good idea? If you think that's something you'd like to see, I'm not sure how entertaining it will be. I can obviously pop in from time to time and have a quick chat with you, answer a few comments if you like. But I'm not going to be able to be here all the time because I've got to go out and do a few things. If you've got any comments about that kind of stream, then please do let me know down below. And while you're down there, please do make sure that you are subscribed and you've got the notifications set to all. So any questions, leave them in the comments as well, or just say hi. While you are down there, please do give the video a great big fat like. And above all, tell your friends.
Thank you.